Hey, what's going on, YouTube, my family and my friends? Excellent Dreams here, back with another exclusive video for you today. I want y'all to check out this shirt. Now, this not my design, but I just wanted to stone up this little teddy bear here, and he is dancing, dancing, dancing like a dance machine. Okay, so let me send out the invite link. We got Mrs. Sanusi on with us today. And I hope that fan isn't too loud, but I need it. Ooh, I need it. All right, let me send her the link. I know she's waiting. Like, Ray, where's the link? There it is. You should be receiving it any second now. Receiving it any second now. I just want to show y'all something real quick. So I was designing this earlier today in Coreldraw. Y'all know that's all I use. So this is what the design looks like here. But when it goes on the shirt, it'll look like this here. Boom. Boom. That's kind of dope. I think so, for sure. We got the class of 2024 here. I may need to bring that up to the front a little bit. But yeah, I'm loving it. About to send this mock-up to the customer, see if she likes it. She'll give me the AOK on it, and then I'll be ready to print off this all over tee. Hold on, I'm talking to y'all like I did a screen share or everything. Hold on, I ain't even share my screen. I'm tripping. Hold on. Share my screen so y'all can see. Bada boom, bada bing. There it is. All right, so that's the all over tee. Let me take y'all back to the design. Here's the design. And as you can see, it's one photo there, another photo here, another photo here, another photo here. We got the Mount Healthy logo. Got a few congrats in there. We got the balloons, the confetti, and then here's what it will look like. I actually did a black one too, so y'all can see it side by side. Pretty much the same design, same people almost in the same spot, but I was moving stuff around as I was tinkering and twiddling with the design. And yeah, there you have it. There you have it. Going to save this, right? Let me move on to this King of Hearts design. Where is that? Boom, 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 boom. And actually, what I got my edit, I got my nudge on 15. I think I'm about to get all of these closer, so I'm gonna put my nudge on 12. Combine each piece and then nudge it over to where it's back originally. Should be Miss Sanusi. Oh, she should be popping in momentarily. There she is. There she is. Waiting for her to fully come in.
Hi,
Hey, hey, hey.
how you doing?
I'm just great. I'm just great. So what did you want to work on today?
I want to work on how to list on essay,
Okay.
and I don't know. I have this there's how to take an object and change it into rhinestone. I have like a leaf, like a marijuana leaf. Go eat your food. Like a marijuana leaf, and I wanted to change it into rhinestone.
Okay. All right. Let me finish saving this. Save it here. Boom. All right. I'm gonna open up a new window. All right. Did you have a image that you wanted to you said how to take an image and change it into rhinestones?
Yeah,
Okay, did you have an image in mind?
I was going to do marijuana leaf.
Okay, let me see it.
I don't have it on this system.
What was it of?
Marijuana leaf, marijuana leaf. Let me see if I can get it on my phone. Okay. Something like this. Um, maybe I'm going to share it on my distance so I can use that.
Yeah, send it to me in Messenger if you can.
A messenger. I send it to you.
Okay, let me pull it up here. That way I'll pull it up on the screen. Okay, yeah, that's pretty simple. So first we right click and we're gonna save this image and then make sure you name it. It's already named, of course, but if it wasn't, I would name it so that it's easier to find.
Okay.
Uh, and this is one of the easier ones, although it does have those the ridges to the leaf. So I like to minimize it right here. That way I can see my Coreldraw here in the background.
Okay.
Then pull up my downloads and then drag it right in from my downloads like so. So came in pretty huge. 26,667 by 28,444. Let's right click, outline, trace, and clip art. Remember, that's always the first number one step. Let's reduce this bitmap. Not bad, got it pretty good. Of course, as you can see, I have delete original image checked and remove background checked as well. Let's hit OK. Now what you want to do is you want to resize it to the size that you need it for the shirt. So a lot of people ask me, can Rhinestone Designs be resized? Yes and no. Theoretically, if you're doing one rhinestone design and you want to be able to use that design on multiple different size shirts, it's best to just do multiple size design. You know,
Okay.
you'll do a smaller design for your small and medium shirts, and then you'll do a larger medium-sized design for your large, extra large shirts, and then you'll do a larger design for your 2X and 3X shirts. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So right now, we're going to start off with a small design. Matter of fact, I'm going to go real small. I want to use this video to show people what you can and cannot do and why you cannot do it. So let's go all the way small. Let's say this is a 3.6 inch, hold on, a 3.6 inch logo. Left chest is going on your left chest, right?
Yeah, actually, I was going to put it on the hat.
Okay, you were gonna put it on the hat. Okay, all right. Well,
Yeah,
this is a perfect example on what's about to happen, right?
yeah,
So 3 inches. Here's a let me stop sharing real quick. Here's a ruler. 3 inches, right?
yeah.
3 inches is a nice size for a hat design.
Mm-hmm.
Nice size for left chest. Maybe it may even be nice size for a sleeve, right?
Mm-hmm.
Here's what happens when you get down to 3 inches, though. We're going to take this 3-inch design here. We're going to go to our place and fill tab. We're going to click on inside, add stones. Remember, we want it to be 0.075.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go ahead and hatch fill this leaf here. Matter of fact, what I want to do, let me go ahead. You see this area right here?
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and delete that. I double clicked on the leaf. The nose came up, and I want to delete those nodes because that's going to interfere with placing stones there. So got rid of that. Let's hit hatch fill. Not bad. Let's clear the path, merge overlapping stones. That's not bad. For 3.6 inches, you know, you'll still be able to tell once you fill in more areas of the leaf that it's a weed leaf. You know, it will still visually look like a weed leaf.
Yeah.
Let's go smaller. Let's go 2.5. Boom. Let's hatch fill it. Let's clear the path, merge overlapping stones. So I want to move these two greens out the way so we can see. See, unless we finish off, let me move the green back over. Unless we finish off the rest of the design, as far as adding a stone here, maybe one here, you know, and making that leaf curve like the other ones.
Mm-hmm.
Unless we actually finish off this design, you won't be able to tell that it's a weed leaf.
Yes.
Oh, okay, okay. Give me 1 second. I had a customer just come in. Hold on.
All right, no problem.
I'll pause our time right here as well. So let me go ahead and pause it here. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
12:12 says, "Be joyful in hope, patient in affliction, faithful in prayer." Life is filled with ups and downs, good times and bad times, happiness and sadness. Sometimes it may seem like the bad times outweigh the good times. If you're going through a difficult time right now, God is reminding you to be joyful in hope. Find joy in the fact that this too shall pass and things will get better. God wants you to be patient in affliction. Yes, this season is difficult, but God allowed it for a reason.
guess who's back?
Okay.
Okay, so I believe I turned this one white. Okay. So as you can see, without the leaf there for us to see it, we really can't even tell that that's a leaf. Like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So we would have to finish it off totally in order for it to be representative of a leaf using rhinestone, right?
What if I want to do the one that is not, the leaf is not up to this, maybe like a 3 leaves instead of 6 leaves, it's like
I
6.
know. Look, but we still wouldn't be able to. The 3 leaves would be even less representative.
Oh, okay.
See, so look right here. Let me show you. I'm gonna try to finish it off just a little bit, just by adding in a few dots here and there. Boom, and maybe one more right here. Boom. Let's see. If we take this away, you can't tell that it's a weed leaf. Like, you know what I'm saying?
No.
Like, so that's the same as it is with text as well. The smaller the text is, you won't be able to recognize it. But watch what happens here. Let's make it 7.5. This is for a small size shirt, a small woman's shirt, and it's going directly in the center. Place and fill, hatch fill it with more area for more stones to cover. The more stones are easily able to represent this object so that we can see it and visually say, ah, that's a weed leaf.
Yeah.
When I turn it to green, pink, and when I remove these, when I remove the background, boom, we can tell that that's, I mean, it sort of looks like the Shell sign for
Mm-hmm.
for Shell gas station. But if we put this stem in right here, now there's enough stones for us to visually see, okay, that was a weed leaf. So there two things has to happen. There has to be enough room to add in enough stones for you to visually get the image and see, like, okay, I can tell what that is. If it's too small and you turn the image white and you cannot tell what the stones are by themselves without the outlines and without the contours and stuff, then I'll pass on that job. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's not going to be.
Thank you for it.
Yeah. Let me show a few more examples here, because I've been so many people that are new, they struggle with this part, and I really want to hone in and nip it in the bud for everyone. So this is probably going to be a video that I share with others so that they can see as well. Let's type out Juneteenth. Since June is coming, let's type out Juneteenth. And I'm gonna keep it just like that. Boom. And I'm gonna make another one. And this one we're gonna change it to our what's the one? Impact font. Let's go to Impact. Impact is what? Let's go pink. Let's put it to the back. Impact, what would you say? It's 2 times, 2.5 times as thick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like two and a fourth. Like 2 1/4 times thicker than this Arial font. We're going to place and fill, island fill, clear the path, merge overlapping stone. So that got Juneteenth pretty good. We may still need to do some minor adjustments, but that's not bad, you know.
Yeah,
But what if Juneteenth was smaller? It's already 9.9 inches. What if it was smaller? let's go 6.6 inches. We're trying to get this on an extra small shirt or whatever. Let's do an island feel on that. We come up with an error. TRW Design Wizard will come up with an error. That's because the line now, the line that the stone will go on, let me grab a stone so you can see, is not thick enough for the stone to be placed on. The stone is thicker.
It's bigger than the line.
Yeah, it's thicker than the line, which makes it doesn't work. Now, if you were using smaller stones, let's change it to an SS6 stone now. Let's click on it, and then let's try it again. It still did not register and say that that stone, that SS6 stone, is small enough to fit on that line. So that's where I would have to resize it again, try it again and see if it works. And it does, but it barely, I mean, 1 stone per letter, pretty much. So size plays a big factor, and the thickness of the line plays a big factor when you're trying to do rhinestones. Now watch what happens when we do this this impact font. We're gonna do an island fill. We're not gonna change anything. 1 island. This is 1 island as well, remember? Let's do island fill, clear the path, merge overlapping stones. It's still 1 island, but because the text was so thick, it's a 1 island double up around the whole circumference of the island. We made this smaller though. We made this Juneteenth smaller. Let's make it as small as the other one. Boom. Try it again. Island fill. Woo! Clear the path. Merge overlapping stones.
I think it's better than the first one.
Yes, yes, yes. So to each his own though. You will have those days where this text will look better than this text because given the design, it may only need 1 row of stones, you know? When we first getting started out, we want as many stones as we can get. So we would definitely go with this option, you know?
Yeah.
But see, even with it being that size, we were able to get a double row of stone in there versus this one where it barely even they barely even got in there. I want to try it again. Those were SS6 stones. Those were small stones. Let's see if we changed it back to SS10 stones, if we can still get those stones in there. Let's do an island fill, clear the path, and merge overlapping stones. By golly, we were able to get SS10s in there as well. So choosing the thicker fonts, choosing thicker, let me show you. We're gonna take this weed leaf here and let's beef it up. We're gonna beef it up by adding islands to it, to the outside. No stones. Let's go like 0.06. Island fill. That's not bad. That's not bad. But let's go like 0.1. 0.1 island fill. Hold shift, and we're going to weld it to there. So now we got a thicker weed leaf. So now when we hit our, we got to change our settings back, 0.075 to the inside, add stones. Let's hatch fill that. Let's clear the paths, merge overlapping stones. We're going to change those stones black.
Amir, you might call Amir for me. You eat?
Yes.
You put the food in the garbage.
No.
Oh, you will see yourself. I'm not going to say more than that. Keep throwing your food in the garbage. Turn off that TV and go to your room. I'm so sorry. Everybody ate. He just dumped his food in the garbage.
Oh man. So now you see, since we thickened up the rhinestone leaf, and then we added stones to it, it's a greater representation of a rhinestone leaf, and we were able to get more stones in the hatch field than we were over here.
Yeah.
I didn't
And
even
then
have to create this line. It automatically was created for me using the design wizard. And it looks like I don't have to do any cleanup over here. I don't have to go in there and add any stones. Maybe right here where it looked like it may have skipped over, but then I can just tuck this one right in like that, and that's fixed. Whereas over here, like I will fix like this. I will fix this row. You know, I would add a stone between these two, add a stone here, continue out this row. I would actually bring the color back so I can see it, and then go all the way to the edges with the stones. So that's why it's best to use thick. I'm trying to click on it. Oh, did I? All right, there it is. Boom. That's why it's best to use thicker items to be objects, thicker images to begin with. It makes it a whole lot easier to rhinestone them up using the software. Okay, let me nudge that up. Boom. So here was the original. And this is the remix after we added 0.1. I think it was 0.1 contour to it.
yes.
Let me try.
That was fine.
Let's go 0.04. Island feel on the outside. It's not as thick as the other one. We're gonna weld it together. Boom, but it still made it thicker. Let's change our contour back to 0.075. Inside, add stones. Let's hatch fill it. Let's clear the pad, merge overlapping stones. And that's crazy. We only did a outline of 0.4. And look how much fuller it looks than the previous one. Look, and it automatically did the line for me as well. I didn't have to go in there and do the line. So this one right here, not as thick as this one, but look how much cleaner it looks compared to the one above it.
Yeah.
Not to say that as we get better and as you get greater, that you want to tackle those smaller designs, you know. But trust and believe, it gets difficult. The smaller the design gets, the
difficult it is.
What'd you say?
I said the smaller it is, the difficult it became.
Yeah, the more difficult it can become. Unless you just start seeing stuff. Like the smaller the design, maybe just accent it with stones instead of trying to do a full name, you know? Do their name in one single row of stones, and then do the scatter effect here, there. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know how to do the scatter effect. I see people doing it, but I don't know how to do it.
I did it, yes. The easiest scatter effect is you grab your stones, right? While the shirt is laying under the heat press, and you oh, you can't see me.
I thought they have a cotton stuff for that.
Yeah, No, I did some shirts the other day. They're all up in my shop at Trader's World. It looks so random. It looks random. It looks different. Like you can make a template, but then that template is pretty much every time you do the shirt is going to be repetitious. When you sprinkle them like this, you don't know where they're going to land. Like, you know what I mean? It almost looks like stars in the sky to me. It looked like stars in the sky. Okay, let's see here. Let's move on to the Etsy. We're going to use this as an example, right?
Okay.
So let's say I'm going to make my workspace bigger. So most of the time when I'm listing my designs on Etsy, I go bigger. I go bigger for my workspace. So now my workspace is big. I changed it to 100 by 100. It used to be 13 by 19. As you can see, inside 13 by 19, we were only able to fit those Juneteenths and maybe a few other stuff. But let's move it to 100 by 100, because now you want workspace to be able to lay out your files, and so you can add in your text to be able to create a guide. I like this pink one, but I'm gonna go with the blue one. The black one isn't bad, but I think I made it too thick, you know, and it's almost like a seashell versus a weed leaf. But all right, this Juneteenth one, this is okay, but it still needs some work. So we're gonna delete that one as well. This one isn't bad. We're gonna fix this one. Oh, it's right there. Matter of fact, we're not even gonna fix it. We're just going to redo it. All right, let's go uppercase. No, title case. Boom. Island fill. Clear the paths. Merge overlapping stones. Boom. Looks good. But I want to actually clean it up. I just deleted all of those. I like doing it this way. The old me, remember I told you the old me would have did it like this. And I would have clicked each one on this row, and I would have equal spaced them. Then I would have cleared the path, and then I would have grabbed this one, 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 all the way around. Equal spacing, add a stone, clear the path. That was the old me. The new me is like, I deleted all of those in the inside, so I can click on this one, hold shift, click on this one, go to my edit tab and fill between two. Kind of tight, so I'll take one back. Boom. And instead of going all the way around, I'll probably do this half first. Boom. Add a stone. Clear the path. And look. Boom. I guess I gotta fix that right there too, because it's off just a little bit. But boom. Now we're ready. And of course, I could have just copied this E to that E, you know, but I wanted to show you the other process. We're almost done. I'm holding control so that that stone stays pretty much on that same axis. Boom. Let's fix our end here. Like I said, the old me would have clicked on every stone. But now, when you see it, you be like, man, I can just delete all of these. Boom. Hold control, drag this one down. Let it go. Hold shift, click on this one, and fill between two. Shift and clear the path. Now it looks like I can actually drag this one and hand place one right there. Boom. And move on to the next letter. That T is done. Pretty much move it over. Move that one over. I'm holding control as I do it so it stays on that line. Let's fix our H the same way. I'm gonna get rid of all of this. Boom. Drag this down, make a copy. Hold shift. Click the next one. Fill between two. Looks good to me. Hold shift and clear the path. Same as before. It looks like we can hand place one stone right here. This E, we already done the E already. Let's just grab another one from over here, drag it and copy it. Boom. Almost up. We already did our N, and we already did our U because the U is just the upside down N. So, boom. Let's hope. Let's see it. I'm almost sure it fits. It looks like it fits, even though the U may be just a hair skinnier. Let's see. I'm gonna grab this, drag it over and make a copy. Delete this. Highlight this. And let's flip it and bounce it. Boom. When I say flip it and bounce it, I just mirror it horizontally and then I mirror it vertically. So, perfect. By golly, it worked. All right. I like how that top of that J is just not quite straight. Well, I'm going to leave it like that. And we just grab all of these stones and just equal space it out to get rid of this little gap here. I just did a save. Gonna call this Juneteenth practice. Let's equal space that out and shift and clear the path. Okay. So now we have our stone design ready. There's a couple of things you want to keep in mind though. So we can leave it just like this and it's only going to be rhinestones. Or you can think for future and go ahead and add an outline on it. That way that is vinyl and rhinestones. So we'll do that now. Go to our place and fill tab. We're going to go to the outside, no stones. Let's leave it at 0.075 just to see what it looks like. Island fill. That's not bad. Let's change it to purple. Boom. So now we have our, we actually got three things going on here. We got our color here. That's our vinyl that can go on the inside. We had our outline layer, which we haven't chopped through yet, you know, purple. And then we got our stone layer, which is the stones. Next, what we want to do is let's click on our black, hold shift, click on our purple, and let's trim through that. So what I used to do was after I trimmed through it, I discarded this piece here. For years I did it like that. My mind told myself if rhinestones are going to go there, then nothing else needs to go there. So I discarded this part. Don't ever discard this part, because what if you come across a customer who don't want rhinestones? You know, that can easily be glitter. Boom. You know, and you can easily create the mock-up and show them that it's glitter, especially if you didn't delete that layer, you know, because you always click on this layer now and send it to the back, and then there's your stones. So keep that in mind, that even if you got to nudge it off to the side or create a second page, that's going to be helpful in the future. So don't delete it. Don't delete it. All right. So now we have that. We have our outline, our vinyl in the inside. We got our outline and we got our stones. Okay. To send this, to put this on Etsy, you have to break each part up and name it. So what I do is I'll grab all my stones first. I'll drag them out and I'll make a copy. I'll right click and I wanted to combine them. Oh, can't see it. Combine. Boom. Next, I'll grab my outline. I'll drag it out. Boom. That's my outline. Boom. Then I have my inside piece.
I have a question.
Yes.
You see, when you type the June thing, you did not, is it wedge? Did you do the wedging? Because I think that's where I have the problem for.
Where? What do you mean?
Like when you type it out, you click wedge the design. Did you wedge it or not?
Did I weld it?
Yeah.
No, I did not weld it. Right here. Yeah, it's not welded yet. You know it's not welded when you see the nodes on each letter.
Oh, okay.
You
So
may
are you
have a
going to be
different.
able to
You may
down-
have a different font. If you have a different font and the letters overlapped each other, and you will see where the letters overlapped at.
Okay.
You had a script font, or if it was a sans serif font, it was just overlapping.
So every script font, we got to wedge it before we change this into Rhinestone, right?
Every script font, yes.
Okay.
I say every script font, not necessarily. If the words don't touch, then they may not overlap.
Okay.
But for the most part, right here, see, Juneteenth, let's go to wireframe. Where the J and the U do not touch, they don't intersect. But on every other letter it does. So if the text, if the script font was single space letters, you know, and they never connected, then use your wireframe to go in there and see. The wireframe will let you know, okay, I need to weld it. And then of course, when you weld it, boom, we get rid of those overlaps.
Okay.
And it can be any fancy font. It doesn't have to be a script font. So it can be any fancy font where the letters overlap each other. You want to go in there and check that.
Okay.
If you forget that step though, you can always do it later. If that makes sense. Like if you see it, because sometimes when I was starting out, I would forget that step. And then I would get all the way down to the part to where I was ready to cut. And I would look at it like, why are they overlapping? Right then and there, you can still click on it and hit weld. You may just have to go back and redo your outline if your outline looks wonky because of the overlapping, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Like right here, I just be wanting people to get it. Like, you know what I mean? Right here, if we did a place and fill, and we did an island fill, and we did, let's go to our wireframe, to our regular view so we can see it. You can't even tell. Except for, let's do our weld. So you can't even tell that the Juneteenth underneath it is all messed up. You can't tell. You still can't tell right here. Only way you can tell is if you wireframe it. Then you can see like, oh, my text is still overlapping because you won't be able to see it like this. But if you keep that in mind, this is a script text. Because I'm glad that you pointed it out. That just goes to show that you remember. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That most script text, they do have to be welded. So, so right here. Here's a perfect example. If we take this now and we hold shift and we trim through it, watch what happens. And let's move this. See, now we get it like that. And that's what happened to you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So to alleviate that from happening, let's try this. Let's weld this now. And now let's hold shift. Go in there, select the pink, and let's see if we can trim it. Boom. It may not work. I think you definitely have to do it before you, wait a minute. Let's see. Yep, see,
Okay.
it chopped it out here.
It chopped it out there.
Yeah, it does weird things if you don't remember to do it, to the point to where now it looks like that. So that's why I said you can go back and weld your text, but then you'll still have to redo your outline. So I would just delete the outline, boom, click on the text, and just do it again. But if you chop that text through that outline, it's always going to come out like that. Even though visually you can't see it. It was small. It was a small, look at this. That was a small little imperfection. And we wouldn't have caught it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right there and right here, you know, you wouldn't have caught it until you got down to the part to where you start breaking them apart to try to share them. And you're like, oh, why does that look like that? Oh my God. Like, you know what I mean? But
yeah,
hopefully this video helps with that part. Let's delete this. Island fill. Change that. Boom. And we're going to trim through the black. Okay. So next what I would do is we need our black border around this Juneteenth here. I'll change it to black and I'll send it to the back. Like so. The black border is basically your cut border or your border that you'll use inside of Cricut. So this is representative of your rhinestone flock. You want to take Juneteenth, hold shift, and trim through that black area. So now what you have left is this. That's your rhinestone template right there, ready to go. But what you have to do now
yeah, sorry. Can you do it again? It's confused.
Okay, I'll go back.
Okay, you click on the stone.
I'm gonna make a copy down here. Yep. So all of these are combined. I combined all of those circles.
Okay, you combined the stone before. Okay.
Yeah. So since they are combined, I can just click on one and the whole thing moves.
Oh, okay.
So what I did was I created our this is our cut, pretty much our cut box.
Okay.
I click on Juneteenth, I hold shift, click on the box, and then I trim through it. So now when I move this, that's pretty much your rhinestone template. But the next step you want to do is you want to click on it. And I typically have a notebook with most of my designs in it. I click on it. I'll write down Juneteenth practice design. And this will be my stone group 1. So let me go ahead and type it here. Stone group 1. I like to make it bigger. Boom. I'll click on it again. And these are the numbers that I either write down or I'll go ahead and place them right below my template. So it's 10.933, 10.933 times. It'll go back to my selection tool. I click back on Juneteenth, 2.2. Now, if I was writing it down, I wouldn't have had to click back and forth because I would have been able to just look at the screen and write it down.
Mm-hmm.
Boom. And I like to make it bold so that it comes out bold so I can see it. You highlight everything here, just press C, it'll center it for you. Boom. That's our stone group 1. If all we were doing was cutting out the word Juneteenth and rhinestones, this is all we need right here. But we have to save it. So we click on it, just the box. We export it, and I'll do something like Juneteenth stone group 1, and we're going to export it as a SVG. All right. You put it in a templates for sale folder. We're going to just call this Juneteenth. Practice. Boom. There we go. Let's save it. So that's my stone group 1. Next is, I'm gonna grab stone group 1 and the size dimensions. I'm gonna drag them over. I'm gonna copy it. Now I would have named this one my outline. Boom. Of course, you want to click on it. Write down the size dimensions: 10.499. Click back on it. 1.727. Boom. I like to highlight it all and center it. Boom. That's my outline. So next I would click on the outline, go over here, name it as outline, and then export that SVG file. So now I have my stone group and the outline all in one folder. Then I move right along, and I'll call this my inside. And this is what I did at first. I'll show you a trick here in a second to where you don't break your vinyl up. You leave it all together and then just export it as one vinyl group. Cricut is so intuitive in its design space that if you leave these together, like so, when you upload it to Cricut, boom, we call this a vinyl group. So when I first got started, I was naming each and every part. I broke down each and every part, and I gave it its own size. Well, if you leave everything together and just give it the largest size of the largest image, and you export it as a vinyl group, let me open up my Cricut here just so you can see. So when you're sharing files and you're uploading them to Etsy, the vinyl group, pretty much, when they upload it into their software, it should break down that group into however many different layers it is. Oh, and it's downloading data, downloading updates. Come on, little buddy.
Very slow. Cricut is like that.
Let me go ahead and center this. Boom. Yeah, so that's boom. That's it. Let's go here. While that's doing that, let's go to Etsy. So when you're uploading them onto Etsy, all right. Let's go to our listings. Now here we have my Covered by God file. Let's go. I'm gonna copy this one. Boom. I'm gonna delete all of these because we're making a new listing. So typically what I do is, trust me, it's a lot of work, but you gotta realize after you do it once, this design can sell itself in your sleep over and over and over again till the end of eternity, you know? So putting in just a little bit of work for this part is worth it for me. So we're gonna make a mock-up of women's scoop neck shirt front. I'm gonna select, huh?
Agent solo con quadro one class. One class, my people. Sorry.
All right. So we created a mock-up. We created a mock-up for this Juneteenth design here. What you want to do is you want to start creating your different colorways. So I'm just going to make all of these stones right here clear. I'm gonna select them all and let's weld them together. Or group, not weld, group the objects together. Also, I want to add a little bling right here. So I'll add a little bling there. Click back on it to deselect it. And then I like to resize my bling so that it's not too blingy. And I like to put a couple of them here and there so that people can see and look at the design and tell, oh, it's got bling on it. Those are rhinestones. So I like to add a little bling here and there. And then the key is to save 10 of these. Say 10 different durations. 10 different deviations so that people can actually see the design. So I'll probably save that one as one. Export it. And I like to export it as a PNG. So I'll call this Juneteenth practice mock-up 1. Export it. I'll just go ahead for now, keep it in the same folder. Let it export. So now I have one mock-up to upload to Etsy of a white shirt with aquamarine sublimation and clear stones on top. Let's say if I change the shirt to black, right click on the white to give it that shadow. I'm going to get rid of this. Let's push that to the back. I know there was an outline on it. Let's change that to pink. Now we have another colorway. I'm gonna highlight everything, change the 1 to 2, and export. So now we have the white with the blue. We got the black with the pink. And I go through there and I do at least 10 of them. I'll do at least 10 of them so that way when I upload it to Etsy, people can see 10 different styles of the same design, different shirts, what it'll look like on a red shirt. Oh, I wonder what it'll look like on a red shirt with I want my outline to be purple though. I want my outline to be purple. There it is. Let's highlight that, and we're going to save that as mock-up number 3. So I typically try to go with colors that I think you'll find in a store. Women will find in the blouse, like, you know what I mean, colors that coordinate each other well. But then sometimes I just be outside the box with it, and I'll do something like that, you know, just to give Etsy another mock-up so that it's just not 3 mock-ups, but there's 9. Regardless if someone is like, oh, I'll never wear that green with that pink. I don't know why it's just an example. Like, it's just a representation of what this design will look like on a particular shirt. Sometimes if I'm moving fast, I'm just going in there choosing colors and I'm not really giving it too much thought. The more thought though, of course, the better the design, you know?
Okay.
Let me see here. Juneteenth practice. I already got 4 mock-ups. I'm gonna just use those 4 for now. So we'll upload those 4 mock-ups. I'll go ahead and delete this video because I uploaded a video with it as well. All right, so we got 4 mock-ups. Like I say, do at least 10. That way people can see the design on different colors with different kinds of vinyl. Right here is where you'll add your title. And our title for right now will be Juneteenth practice. Get that remix off of there. You go through, for the most part, when you're setting this up, all of this, you only have to set it up one time, unless you're starting your listing from scratch. I never started any of them. I got 300 listings on here. The first listing I did, I went through you have to go through all of this as far as step by step, putting in your photos, step by step, listing your details. As you can see with my listing details, I list that it's a Rhinestone template, SS10 Rhinestone template. I got the title in caps though, Juneteenth practice. That's in caps. Then I got SS10 Rhinestone template. I got sublimation, digital download, SVG, EPS, PNG, JPEG, Cricut, Silhouette file. So those are like the keywords that buyers will use to search for my Rhinestone template.
Okay.
So Rhinestone templates are pretty much in every title. Then I try to put in the other file formats that this design may have. For the most part though, typically, since I am copying the listing and just changing things, I don't think I ever changed this line right here. Like, you know what I mean? I think it always has said SS10 Rhinestone template, sublimation, digital download, but I changed the title in the front with capital letters. Go through about this listing, yada, 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 all of those. I've only did this once. I chose my D sections here and moved along. Primary color. I don't think I ever choose a primary color because they're digital downloads. Like, the customer is going to choose whatever primary color the shirt will be. So I pretty much leave this blank. The secondary color, I leave that blank. Now my length and my width, I get that directly from off of my first page. Remember, we set it up. That's what we did it for. We got our outline. We got our width right here. 10.499 by 1.727. So the width is 1.499 by 1.727. I think that was it. 1.747. Let's see here. 1.727. Okay, great. Boom. Now I like to change the occasion because the occasion may not match. You know, we're doing Juneteenth right now, so let's see here if there's something that actually matches in here for Juneteenth, and there's nothing really. Nope. So I'll probably take that out altogether and move right along. Holiday. It might be a specific holiday event, you know. They don't have Juneteenth in there, you know, even though they consider it as a holiday now, but moving right along. The subject. So you want to at least choose 3 subjects. Like this is inspirational saying. I got phrases and saying, and then I got religious. Boom. For the renewal options, this is totally up to you. I planned on growing this shop. I planned on this shop being around forever. So I got my renewal options on automatic. That means when this item sell out, it will automatically renew itself and relist itself for 20 cents. And that 20 cents is pretty much going to come out of my balance that I have accrued with Etsy already. I got my Etsy set up to deposit into my account daily. So if I've already received a deposit and an automatic listing comes up, they're just going to take that 20 cents for however many listings out of my next sale. So my next sale, all of those fees will come out, and then I'll start accruing money again. Let's see here. So I keep mine on automatic. When I first got started, I had them on manual. That means that by September 15th, 2024, you got to manually go back in there and relist it.
Do it again.
Yeah, that's why I just got mine on automatic. You want to put in a nice description. Now, when it comes to descriptions, I don't mind you copying my description. Copy it and change it how you see it fit for your design. All right. Okay. Everything that you see right here was, a lot of people have this similar stuff on their shops, you know, the different disclaimers telling you what the design is, you know, no refunds. It's just pretty much all the technical professional jargon that goes with selling digital downloads. Okay. All included here. Most of mine are the same. Some of them change up. It's just to each his own, you know, depending on what the item was. I may change up the wording, you know, to try to garner more sales. But for the most part, all of this pretty much is copy and pasted from one design to the other. And I do change like this part up here where it says the stone count and all of that. I like to change it and cater it to the design. But each one will take time. So right here, I would say this is a digital design. And what do we name it?
Juneteenth practice.
Juneteenth practice. Designed with, let's just say, this has sublimation too. I'll add in sublimation. But now I also have to add in DTF. Oh, why isn't it adding my slash? Oh, that's weird. Have to check that out. Sublimation, DTF, and or vinyl with SS10 size rhinestones. So a lot of people get confused and they're like, but I ain't got no sublimation printer. Like, okay, you don't have to have a sublimation printer. If you got a DTF printer will work as well. If you have a
Cricut.
inkjet printer, the inkjet printer may work as well. That's if you understand that rhinestones cannot sit on top of vinyl. So if you're using the print and cut method, then you would just make sure the areas that your rhinestones are sitting on top of doesn't include any vinyl, and you're okay. So as you're designing your print and cut design, you want to make sure that the areas that get cut are the areas that don't have any rhinestones in them, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Moving right along. Down here, where you would add in your tags. As you can see, half of my tags are also keywords that I listed in the description. We got SVG, silhouette file, sublimation, rhinestone template, digital download. Down here in my tags, as you can see, I got rhinestone template, SVG, PNG, Cricut, silhouette, cut files, digital download. I got black, got sublimation. I got follower. We're gonna take out follower and we're gonna type in. What do you think we're gonna put right here?
Juneteenth.
Juneteenth. You got it. We're gonna take out Jesus and we're gonna put in 1886, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'll even take out God and put in holiday. Boom. So now if they're looking for Juneteenth design, 1886 holiday Juneteenth design, I can probably even take faith over fear out and type in freedom.
Yes.
You know, so your tags are pretty much going to associate what your design is and what is surrounding what other people may type in as they're trying to look for your design.
Okay.
Now this materials part, I was just going I was just typing in stuff right here. I didn't really quite understand this part, but I guess it's the materials that can and will be used when making said yeah. And I'm like, I don't know, that's up to the person that's creating it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I can't tell them they're supposed to use metallic or they supposed to use puff or they supposed to use glitter, but I had to fill something in right there just so that it wasn't blank. And of course we got our price. My quantity, I always list that high. I usually start off at somewhere above 900, because that means that every time one sells, that number is just going to keep getting lower and lower and lower. You only put 10 in there, you might sell those 10 in your first hour, and then you're going back in there having to adjust your listing so that there's more downloads available. Right here, the digital files. Let me delete those out of there because those were the files from the from what I copied.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'll upload file here. There we have the files. We got the vinyl group, the outline, the stone group. That's pretty much all we need right there is those three. Boom. But what I also like to do is I like to take all of this. Boom. I'll drag it down here. I'll group it and resize it. And then I'll name it guide file so that when people download it, they can easily resort back to the file and look at the file and be able to match up what's what. So right here, I'll say, I'll probably name the file and I'll say however many stones are in the design. And you find that out by highlighting the design and clicking this little small dot right here at the bottom of the TRW design wizard. Right here. See the design info with stone count, size, and colors.
Okay.
So here, info. 171 rhinestones in design. So I'll come back down here and I'll go 171 size SS10 Hotfix rhinestones. Boom. Center it. And then I'll save this.
So that 171 is the number of stones.
The number of stones, yes.
Okay.
And I'll save this as a guide file. You want to save that as a JPEG so that people can see it, so that it doesn't have a transparent background.
Okay.
There go to stone group, there go to outline, there go to vinyl group. Let's upload the file, the guide file. There it is right there. Boom. And it shows each piece in the design and what size that piece is supposed to be. Now, I'm okay. We're going to have some fun. I'm going to list this design for $1.
Oh, you want to listen for $1?
I'm listening for $1, right? And it's gonna be 50% off, so people gonna be able to get it for 50 cents, right? And I'm gonna leave it up, like, you know what I mean, as a tester. Just
How you get the percentage? How you had the 50% to it?
Oh, my bad.
Sorry.
Change this from $1 to 150. The quantity, we're gonna leave it at 970 to say that we have 970 of them. And my SKU, I gotta check my SKU. I think I'm at number 306. But here lately, I've been putting like a design a day on there. So let me check my notes. Etsy file.
And where do you go to find out what skills you have?
Huh?
Where do you go to get that information? On
Oh,
Etsy?
No. Let me see. Let me stop here. I got a note in my phone for every file listing that I've ever done. That way I can keep track myself. Like, I mean, that's one thing I haven't seen in Etsy yet, like is a way to actually track like what number you're on. Because you after you get over 100, you're gonna lose track if you're not writing them down. You know what I mean? I want to personally know like what's the SKU number. Yeah, so I use, let me share it again. Let me go back in there. Now, yours don't necessarily have to be numbers.
Okay.
The
Okay.
SKUs are for your use only, so the buyers won't see them. I use numbers.
Oh,
I use numbers because as I started going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, as I got to my 10th and 11th and 12th design, it just made sense to use numbers. But your SKU can be lion 1, lion 2, lion 3, bear 1, bear 2, bear 3. Like, you know what I mean? If you got a collection of bears, you can choose, you can have that as your SKU, whatever is going to help you remember what that design is or was. I just wrote it down.
yes. Okay.
I wrote the name down and was like, Juneteenth practice design is number 307. So inside my SKU is 307. That way I can easily go to my phone, look at the design, and then be like, okay, that's 307. When I go to my Etsy, it's 307. You know what I'm saying? Just helps me to remember. Once I get up to 1,000, you know what I mean? I'm be glad that I have my SKU set up in a way to help me to know what design is what, and then I also have that matching my matching notes. You know what I mean? I didn't know what to put right here when I first got started, you know, but as I started going on, I think it was best just to number them like that. So we got all our files here. No returns or exchanges. Boom, boom, boom. Want to promote this listing on Etsy as a part of Etsy ad campaign. So I got yes on there. Just each its own, your own personal preference. And I'm gonna publish this copy.
So how did you put the 50% in there? That's what I was asking.
Oh, the 50%?
How do you give them 50%?
Okay, so right now, it's $1.50, right?
Yeah.
Inside of my marketing tab, we have this thing called sales and discount. When you click on that, you can run a sale here.
Okay.
You can choose what the percentage off that you would like to give. 25, 35, 45, 55, 50% off. Where is it valid? I put everywhere because I want it valid everywhere. You can choose whether it's an order minimum. So you can say you spend $75, then you get 50% off, but you have to spend $75. You know what I mean? You can set up your limits. You can do by number of items. So buy 10 items or more and everything is 50% off. You know what I'm saying? You can set up these type of sales. So I already have one set up, which is my May sale, which I'm running 50% off. So right here, I'm just going to include my listings. I'm going to check. And I just added 3 Rhinestone templates that are not 50% off. Let me add those right here. Boom. And then save changes. Now, when I go back here to my listings and I type in Juneteenth, there it is right there. And I go to view it on Etsy. It should be 75 cents, but 82 cents. That $1.50 with oh, I got 45% off. It ain't 50%, it's 45%.
Okay.
Pretty slick, huh?
Hmm.
Pretty slick. So to list one item on Etsy typically takes me anywhere from 20 minutes to a half an hour. That's contingent upon if I've already got my guide set up. And so we spend the time to create the design. The guide takes about 20 minutes, and then to list it on Etsy takes roughly, I can get it down to 10 minutes, like, you know what I mean? But you want to take special care with each listing so that each listing stands out, you know?
Okay.
I got them to where they feel repetitious, but each one is different in their own little way because I'm changing the key points of the description to match the design.
You see, when I have a lot of what I call it, like I have a lot of PNG I bought from Etsy.
Yeah.
So if I buy PNG from Etsy, say I upload it and I want to change it to Rhinestone, is it possible?
I would say yeah, and then I would say no. Like, you know what I mean? You want to tread lightly with those types of images because one, they did come from the same marketplace. So somebody could be on there and be like, she took my design and turned it into rhinestones, like, you know what I'm saying?
But I paid for it.
Huh?
I paid for it.
But you pay for it.
I paid for the design.
That's the caveat. That's what allows you to remix it. Now you're taking a paid design that you actually pay for and you're recreating it and turning it into something else. Yes, you can do that all day. You know what I mean?
But how do you do it? How do you do it? Do you break it apart or you get it into what I call it? Into Coreldraw?
Oh,
How do you do it?
it's a whole process. It's the same process that we just did with the leaf. Like, you know what I mean? Like, all the designs are going to start off like that. Like, look at this one. Images. Let's say I found let's say I found this on Etsy or purchased it off of Etsy. This Jordan symbol, right? You got to right click, outline trace, and clip art it. Everything that you bring in, unless it's already a vector, then that option won't be available. So after you do that, you remember you got to resize it. Boom. Now that you got it resized, then you want to start deciding what you want to be together, what you want to be separate. Like, we already know that this text, well, let's ungroup all objects. We know this text right here, it's all one color. So we got to select each and every letter of it and change it to one color. This is what you will be doing with each and every image that you come across. You want to, yeah, you want to separate it. You want to break it into your colors first. Because after you break it into your colors, then you can decide where you want to put stones at. I'm just getting all my colors together. So now my blue is one piece. My green is one piece. My black, select it all, weld it. My black is one piece. The red is one piece. The gray is one piece. You know, and these stars, let me get these stars here. Boom. Let's make those stars like purple and weld them together. So now I'm gonna put this back, nudge that back, nudge this back, and we already know we want stones right here in this red. Click on that, place and fill, hatch fill that. Make sure it's stones. Make sure it's on the inside, and let's hatch fill that. Boom. Remember, we got to clear the paths, merge overlapping stones. We know we want stones right here in the gray. Do that as well. We're going to change those stones to gray. Boom. We know we want stones right here in this white. And I'm going to change those stones to cream so I can see them. Boom. That's done if you ask me. We got 3 different rhinestone templates already. They all match the Jordan template. But that's every single design, you know.
Every single design.
Yeah, regardless of how detailed it is or how intricate it is, you know, every one that you see, if it's a scalable vector graphic, you know, I mean, or even if it's just an image, like this one of Obama, we're gonna drag it in, we're gonna right click, outline, trace, and clip art. So after you do it so many times, it will become repetitious to the point to where you like, okay, I got this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because it's gonna become second nature to you. Let's hit okay. It did take away most of his space, but that's okay. I ain't worried about that. Boom. Reason why I'm not worried is because I already know that that's just transparent.
Yeah, that can be part of the shirt.
Yeah. Or you can just do it simply like this. Boom. We're gonna add in this layer of black. We're gonna push it to the back. Boom.
Okay. Wow.
We just fixed that nice and easy. Let's resize the design. So now, let's control ungroup it. And now we will decide where we want to put rhinestones at. First,
so every design we bring in, we have to ungroup it. Okay.
Yes. Yeah, we got to outline, trace, clip art first, and then ungroup all of those vector files.
Okay.
So everything that you see is now like its own little piece. Like its own little piece. All of these are separate pieces.
Wow.
So that's where you decide, like, okay,
I want to make this part stone. I want to leave this part. Okay.
Right. So I'm gonna delete all of this. Because in my mind, I'm like, I'm really only going to use this side right here. And actually over here, I want to say fight for, like, I'm going to change this up over here all together. And we're going to put text over here in this part right here. Equality, freedom, justice, like all of this over here, which is going to add more to the design. Boom. And then I'll probably do probably put his presidency number, like 5th president, 48th president of the United States or whatever. Like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But if I didn't put text here, then I would click it, place and fill, hatch fill. Uh-oh. I forgot everything was still grouped together. Oh, okay. So that was that black. Okay, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So what I did was that black is all solid. We have to take all of this, group it together, Control G, click on, hold Shift, click on the black, and let's trim all of that through the black. Boom. Now our black looks like this. So now,
Mm. So that can be the vinyl.
huh?
I said that can be the vinyl.
It can be the vinyl. I was going to do stones right there.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm saying. The possibilities are endless to how you want to do it. Like, that looks great with stones. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if they were black stones, it would definitely come out popping.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you got to remember, every design has to be first vectorized
Mm-hmm.
in order for you to have places to put your rhinestone. Was it informative today?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, that is our time for today.
Mm.
My girlfriend just pulled up. She's outside waiting on me.
All right. Thank you so much.
As always, give me about an hour or 2. Sometimes it's 3 hours.
It's okay.
For me to upload the
Okay. I
video.
have every classes we did. I didn't go through everything, but I know that I'm going to go through. And I know you're going to get busy. I said, let me get this class done and have it there when I'm ready. I can just open it.
Right.
And yeah. All right. Thank you so much.
What'd you say?
I said, thank you so much.
And thank you once again for taking the training. Until we meet again.
No problem.
And I'm out.
Yeah, bye. I miss my